Alright, welcome back to another video from Insectech's Android Application Penetration Testing course. In this video we're going to look at logging based vulnerabilities. Now there may be scenarios where a developer may insert some code snippet into his code for debugging purposes, like if the application is properly working at that particular line or not. So when a developer does that kind of checks using this particular debugging code snippets after completing the development of this application and before production, he may forget to remove those lines, and that creates a problem. There are many real world applications that are there on the internet which are having this particular problem. So let's have a quick look at how one can actually check if an application is logging any sensitive information or not. Right, for this I'm going to use the challenge 1 application which is already installed in your device. So use that and launch your challenge 1 application, and this is how it looks like. Now before entering anything into this, you have to go to your Eclipse and go to Window and then show view, show view, and enable this logcat. If you see this, the second one is deprecated, that's for older versions. So go ahead and select this and click OK. Now you see this logcat is enabled in your Eclipse. Now whatever the data that is getting inserted into the logcat can actually be read from here. Now before coming back here, let's go back to our application and enter something and observe your logcat. Right, so let me enter something, some password, let's say Srini. Fantastic, it says wrong password, but if you go to your logcat, it clearly says, hey, application com.ist.challenge1 is having a tag login, and this is the text that is getting printed here. The tag is just give me a second. If you observe this, the text that is being displayed here is whatever the data that I'm entering is getting displayed here. Similarly, let's enter something and it says login failed. Now let me enter something where I can log in perfectly. So the actual password is password. You can give a try and do that, and you can see you're now able to log in. And if you just still scroll down, if you observe this, it says success and enter password is password. So that's dangerous. If you clearly observe, whatever the data that is entering into this password field is getting sent to this particular logcat, and logcat is accessible to applications that are sitting on your device, but in the latest versions of Android SDK they have removed this feature of accessing logcat, but still you can actually see the data in this logcat, or you can actually use something called adb space logcat. Let's use grep and see if anything is there with the name password. As you can see, it is actually reading login failed, entered password is Srini, and login success, entered password is password. So you can actually read this particular logcat from ADB as well. Now that's a problem again. As you can see, this particular logcat is the application is logging its data into this, whatever the data that is entered into this application is here on this device, but we are able to read that from ADB. It's you can actually treat it as a separate application which is running on the same device, right? So this is how one can actually exploit logging based vulnerabilities. If you are logging any sensitive data into your device, anybody can actually read that from a remote application. So that's a problem. It's not just a password that is being entered into this particular application. There are applications which may log cookies, session IDs, and a couple of other interesting stuff. So you can actually have a look at that kind of information when performing your black box assessments. So that's all I have in mind for this video. Thanks for watching it. Thanks a lot.